Okay. We have the kingdom, the grandees. Kind of looks like Spain, actually, a little bit. But basically, it looks like some Game of Thrones stuff here. Let's do our council introduction. Chancellor. Now that you're the king, your first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. Your nobles hail from across the kingdom, the wintry north, the desolate east, and of course the scorching south. The loyal followers of the ninth god first. The grandees of the south. You want to speak for the grandees?
Sure. May the ninth god bless your reign, your highness. I trust you will conduct yourself with honor and faith.
Definitely. That's the plan. All right. Chiefs of the north or counts of the east? We'll do chiefs of the north next. Good luck in the days ahead, your majesty. You'll need it dealing with us lot. That's true. Introduce yourself to the counts of the east. An honor to finally make your acquaintance, your highness. May you escape the doom that befell your predecessor. My character got a voiceover. It's an honor. The council hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue with each other and demand your favor. You sigh and sit back. Is this what the council is like? No wonder your father told you to avoid the throne at all costs. Okay, I think this is just a softball round. Oh, here comes the first vote. Your Majesty, I've scheduled your coronation to take place in a week's time. Should I be giving the orders? Of course, Your Majesty, but to delay any longer would make the nobles restless. And when the nobles get restless, they take their daggers and look for the nearest bag. Fine. What do I have to do? As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. Fine, let's get it over with then. Let's call the nobles in. Alright, host a lavish parade. Force the commoners to swear a blood oath. Jeez Louise. Throw the king into a river. Or the troops shall bear the king through the streets atop a shield. We're gonna, take my royal treasury out of the voting. Out of the running. Wow, look at that. Look at you, blue guys. Aren't you nice? Heck yeah. Wow.
For king and country.
Very kind of you guys. Holy cow. Wow. Thank you all. The troops shall bear the king through the streets atop a shield. An overwhelming majority of nobles voted for that. Holy cow, guys. Thank you. Soldiers from across the kingdom take part in the parade. They're even outfitted in impressive new equipment for the occasion. Everybody's military goes up. Look at that. See? We all win. As you climb upon the shield and hold your sword aloft, you realize this is not going to be easy. Your arm quickly starts to hurt. Your soldiers stagger and groan under the weight. Sure enough, one of your shield bearers trips on a loose cobblestone and drops you face first in a puddle in full view of half the city. At least the only thing hurt is your pride. Authority is now dubious. Wonderful. I gotta pick a path to victory. Majesty, when you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? As the greatest king who ever lived, for sure. King Arthur. What else? What else could we go for? I see. You're the who type who likes to build lots of statues of yourself, aren't you? Not really. So just over the next few years, you focus on improving your authority. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck. All right. Softball season over. Let's get to the business. Lorelei of the Cristoni dynasty. Eccentric Eastern enigma leans delicately on a podium, sighing. My fellow counts, in ancient times, the East was its own proud kingdom. It can bring back those days of glory, but not while the false King Arthur wears the crown. What is it, Warhammer 40k, the false king? All right, counts. What scheme are you going to pursue? Y'all got to vote. Burn the counts. They are heretics. Godless people, that's right. Okay, looks like they voted for farming. Voting has closed. They're gonna do a blood ritual. You're gonna summon an ancient famine demon that will devastate all the other regions, paving a clear path to the throne. First, they must ensure the East can withstand a famine. To advance their scheme, the counts must be the region with the highest farming in 4 seasons. Ooh. They are right now. The grandees are close, though. Alright, grandees. Torquato of the Lord Varish lineage, notorious southern elder, stands bathed in sunshine, speaking softly. A false pretender occupies the throne, while my claim is ignored. Grandees of the South, this is a stain on our honor. We must not allow it to go unanswered. What scheme are the grandees going after?
These schemes are interesting.
Yeah? Raise stability, lower stability, or raise own farming.
Would be interesting.
Oh, yep. Everybody voted. Doing a lower stability, all right. Just barely. Voting has closed. They're going to try and excommunicate the king. They want to persuade the archbishop.
Didn't want to put him at complete odds with the counts.
Oh, I forgot you were here to read. I'm sorry. The grandees plan to persuade the archbishop to excommunicate the king. First, they must lower royal credibility. So the grandees have to lower stability to 4 or less in 2 seasons. Dang, already there. Pretty much. Alright, chiefs. Sven of the Magic Clan, sinister northern troublemaker, stands precariously on a longhouse crossbeam, spitting as they speak. Chiefs of the North. We all know I should be on the throne, not this imposter King Arthur. How do we make that happen? Are you going to do it? Sorcery, to raise authority. Doppelganger, lower your own defiance. Or lower everybody else's faith. Come on, help the king. Dang, man. All right. Can it go negative numbers? I don't think so. I think 0 is it. Lower your own defiance. All right. The chiefs plan to swap the real king for a perfect doppelganger. Where have I heard this before? First, they must gain the trust of the spy master. To advance their scheme, the chiefs must keep defiance at 4 or less. Okay, so here's how the game starts. I need an heir. And everybody else has their various schemes. Defiance of 4 or less, the highest farming, and lower the kingdom's stability. These two, at least, are... these two, rather, are close. Actually, all of them are pretty close. Okay, what can we do to vote? Timer set to 15 seconds, so the vote will automatically close. How nobles choose to vote is hidden from the monarch's view. Nobles must vote for their least favorite option. Let's do this one. So if you don't pay attention... Okay.
Strategic choice, my king.
We'll see how if it strategically backfires or not. Ooh, an untimely death. Did somebody already die? Murder. My father, Count Tristan George, has been murdered. Oh my god, someone died already? And I know who did it. Tristan, how did you die already? It was Grandee Nerdlord by the blood of the dead. Don't let him deny it. Grandee Nerdlord, I won't deny that I... Oh, that's you. Go ahead.
Deny that I killed the venerable Count Tristan George.
Wow.
But it was no murder. Tristan George agreed to an honorable duel, which I won.
All right, Drunkle.
Blood and stars. It was no duel. It was cold killing. What reason my father possibly have duel you in the first place?
The reasons for any duel is between the challenger and the challengee, a private matter not fit for this council.
Oh.
I must say, a duel is a duel.
Yeah.
He must be brought to the justice. He killed one of ours.
Old Grandee. Trial for Grand. Is that what you want? Oh, man. Well, we'll test this. All right, nobles. Let's see what you're doing. Spy Master is going to investigate. All right, Count.
Nerlord killed my father and admitted right in this council chamber. What more do you need?
I will make this as swift as possible, Your Majesty. The sooner we get to the bottom of this, the better. Jace, who are you reading for? Actually, Rain, you too. Which faction are you on?
I am purple, but I can read for different factions.
Okay.
You can mix for me, yeah. I don't want to do that many voices.
I think the Chiefs are the only one who need a reader now.
That's fine. I'll read through.
Sound a little garbled for the moment, but... Alright, good news, Your Majesty. I've received a vision. I saw you bathed in holy light. Blades and missiles crumbling to dust before they could reach you. You do not need to recruit an honor guard. The ninth god will shield you from all harm. I've never seen the ninth protect someone from a sword through the chest. You need tangible guards, Your Majesty. Tell me about the southern battle nuns. Terrifying warriors, and they're sworn a vow of silence, so at least they won't spill state secrets. Their faith and loyalties to the church above all, even your safety. Let's see, the northern warriors. Bearded oafs with axes and no manners. They'll get drunk and cause trouble in the palace. No discipline at all, and I can't guarantee they won't run off on some random quest. They're honorable, and in a fight, unbeatable. See, the Eastern Knights. The Order of the Drowned Rose are highly respectable, They'll understand palace etiquette, but it's been years since they fought an actual battle. I don't think so. They mostly write poems these days. Or a band of fearsome fighters from the Tatterlands called the Battle-Bitten Brethren. Specialize in bodyguard work, but they're costly, and hiring foreigners will betray a lack of confidence in our kingdom's fighters. Alright, let's see. Everything is the same. Faith goes down no matter what I choose. I don't need an honor. You know what? Throw caution to the wind. Screw it. Your Majesty, I must protest in the strongest possible terms. Nobles will consider this an insult to their warriors' prowess. More importantly, without an honor guard, you're totally unprotected. Is your life worth so little? I'm willing to risk it. Alright. Let's see. Fine. No doubt the common folk will see this as a sign of strength. Everybody's defiance is getting pissy.
Faith in the Nine God.
That's what I'm throwing my life in the hands of the Ninth God. But don't blame me when you wind up on the wrong end of an assassin's blade. At last, a king who trusts in the Ninth. You have nothing to fear, Your Majesty. Your enemies' arrows shall miss and their swords shall falter. Alright, border raids. Uh-oh, the East. Alright, Eastern Count. My soul is in God's hands, that's right. Eastern Counts.
Yeah, who wants to? I can do it. Your Highness, those damn chiefs are up to their old tricks. Cheesy God has been leading his warriors on the raids into my lands.
Wow.
Nobody was hurt, but they shook down my peasants for petty coin and stole cabbages straight from my fields.
Wow. Trade is now struggling. Trade is now modest. I can't imagine why the North's trade went up. Wow. Alright, who's reading for the Chiefs? Rain or Jace? Jace, what faction are you in?
I'll read.
Okay.
How dare you accuse me of something like that again? And it's my axe you'll answer to.
Keep going.
Your Greatness, I've no idea what Count Strong is talking about. Maybe they've had too much wine, eh?
Lord.
Well, we investigated one claim, why not another?
Sir, this injustice against counts cannot be allowed again.
Yeah, let's see. The first one is yeah, I don't know. We're not gonna prolong this drama. We're gonna rip the band-aid off. So, we're gonna either have to have people bring proof or order everybody believes he's guilty. So we're having a trial now. So,
Trial?
yeah, this is your trial. Did he do it or not? Oh man, it's 8-8. Oh, 9-10. Uh-oh. I think that's everybody. All All right. Guess the trial found that Count Strunk is a liar and should bring proof when making accusations. Honestly, it's kind of the way it should be. Gotta have proof when you make accusations. All right, Count Strunk of the East. Count Strunk.
Who's reading for purple?
Blood and stars, you want proof. Is my word as count not enough?
Ha! Clearly not. The council has spoken, jackanape. Go and cry into your silk pillows.
How dare you?
Got him.
Okay. All right. Next season.
I still think an investigation would have been best.
All right. Let's see. What do we need? Don't think any of this really helps me.
I truly believe that we need to improve our water infrastructure.
I don't know. I think a library would be pretty good. Come on, lords. Give me a library. And other than that, I don't care. Just asking is your king for a library. Other than that, whatever you vote for, whatever. But come on, I need a library. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Don't care about the other. Just need a library. We're good. You can vote for whatever else you want. It's 50-50. It's give and take. That's fair. A library and whatever else you guys want. Oh, come on. Not the prison. Come on. Aqueduct. Get that aqueduct in there. Or the deer park. Actually, I think the aqueduct. Oh man, it ain't gonna happen. Oh, it's a draw for stability. Wow. The grandee is working against the king.
What a waste of such wealth.
I agree. We don't need another prison. How many criminals do you think we have in this realm? We're all perfectly well-behaved, law-abiding lords and ladies, are we not?
Well, if we had more honorable duels that were upheld by the law, we wouldn't need more prisons.
All right. Well, thank you, Robert. You tried. I appreciate that, sir. You'll run to prison. You see how this plotting is going. The learned people basically march right out the library straight to jail. Straight to jail. Ooh, finding a spouse? Spy Master's investigation. All right, let's see. Y'all wanted the investigation. Let's see what the results are. Return from my investigation of Count Tristan George's death in the East. Ah. Is Grandee Nerdlord guilty? Let's see what we found. We're trying to be neutral. I'm trying to be a good king, not sway the outcome. What did you find? Found evidence to suggest Tristan George's death was indeed suspicious. Might explain why the Grandees are plotting against the king. Servants testified that he was visited unexpectedly by Grandee Nerdlord, after which they quarreled bitterly. All right, Grandees.
Is that your proof, Spymaster? Grandee Nerdlord was never denied any of these facts. He denies only that the killing blow was dishonorable.
Okay, guys, let's see here. The evidence is not enough. Grandee Nerdlord is guilty of murder. This evidence is inconclusive. We shall have to hold a trial. Interrogate Grandee Nerdlord further.
We seek justice in this great injustice.
Right. Justice. Well, if the council wanted a trial, let's see. Guess we're gonna have to interrogate Grandee. You guys wanted a trial, so there, I'll throw my vote in for you there. You want a trial? We'll see what happens.
I believe it would be reasonable to question the Lord further.
Alright. There you go. See? Some very fair-minded, justice-loving nobles here. What a wise council.
There is now. The Spymaster has evidence that might suggest this duel was not honorable.
Alright, you're gonna see what Nerdlord has to say for himself. The suspect is roughly taken away to be questioned by the Spymaster, despite the protests of Sean and the other Grandees. See, Defiance is now aloof in the east. The Grandees are plotting against the king. After I took the trust of the what do you call it? What's the Archbishop or Inquisitor of the Ninth God? Took it on faith for my protection, and you guys are still persecuting me.
This is just unrest. New king the people are trying to adjust to.
After days of questioning, Nerdlord reveals the location of more documents. Ah, the plot thickens. Maybe he is innocent yet. We'll see. Spymaster sets off in search of them immediately. Alright. Finding a spouse. In the twisty passages of your castle, you can avoid your advisors, the nobles, even the Spymaster. But there's one person you can't avoid. Your mother. Haven't you found a spouse yet? It's been almost a year. Been a little busy, you know. Better find the time. Don't worry, I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference? Women. Can't, it's hard to get an heir otherwise. I'll send out messengers to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. That's it? Okay. Alright. Should have one more? Ah. Ooh, a brand new harvester. Alright, chiefs. Don't look at the documents, they're not important. Chief Fire. Chief Rain.
Your Majesty, the scholars and great thinkers of the South have invented a new farming implement.
Ooh, farming in the South is now abundant.
Some kind of horse-drawn machine that automatically reaps and threshes grain. They call it the Wheat Eater, and it's revolutionizing agriculture. It would be of great use to us in the North. Our farms are struggling to keep up with the demand, you know.
Alright, Grandees.
I don't share the designs with the likes of you, Northern Leech. Our people worked hard on that machine. We deserve to reap its rewards, not you.
Oh, Lord.
The northern farms are decimated. They truly need our help. We need to distribute these designs to everyone equally, so people can flourish together.
Okay, then maybe we can come to a compromise.
What's your compromise?
Maybe compensation.
I agree with that. For a greater good.
Oh, wow. You guys are, yeah. This is tough. Yeah, another one, I don't really have a dog in this fight, so... What? You just argued for compensation and now you voted for something else?
Huh? I was the one that argued for
No,
the compensation.
I know. Well, he said he agreed.
Oh,
I
I
voted
see.
for it.
I thought you voted
Didn't
for
I?
halting the production of machines. They're an affront to honest farmers everywhere.
My browser is crashing. Jesus Christ.
I don't know why the Chiefs are going B. All right, Grandees.
A fair price, I suppose.
Stealing my money. Rewarded for their ingenuity, the Grandees are satisfied, as is everyone else who produced brand new wheat eaters for their farms at lightning speed. See, everybody wins. End of the season there. Far to the south, a pair of Grandees are conversing on the balcony of a hillside villa. One of the Grandees paces an up and down, clearly agitated.
Has the Archbishop agreed to meet with us yet? I sent him 4 letters last week. No luck so far.
Coot. Old Coot.
Hardly surprising. The old coot won't move against the king unless he knows he's on the winning side.
Alright, the Grandees' aim is to lower the kingdom's stability. Still. They're still pretty dang close. Alright, tax time. Let's see.
You talked about the defiance problem in the Grandees before. If you pushed a little bit more funds that way, people would be more complacent.
Yeah. I don't know.
They don't really have the military might. Threaten you?
Guess we'll see here. Doesn't show everybody, does it? The Grandees only have 3? Really? And the Counts have all 6 still?
Well, I think some of them just spent too much money.
Oh,
It
I see.
only
This is
shows,
just the
like,
top
yeah.
ones. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Shows in order.
All right. No tax changes.
We have 19 nobles, so
Yeah. No tax changes. We'll see how y'all behave this year. The Counts sell a cursed idol to gullible Denian merchants for 500 wealth. The other nobles gain 200. The battle axe. All right, the Southern conspiracy. Let's see. All right, Grandees. Your spy master finds you away from the nobles, clearly wanting to speak in private. I returned from the south. Questioning Grandee Nerdlord led me straight to his stash, hidden inside his villa. I found more documents, but these are unburnt. They're written in code, but I believe they describe a conspiracy to infiltrate the churches, dang Nerdlord, of the north with priests loyal to the Grandees. By deciphering is accurate, which it is, then we must move delicately or risk civil war. This could explain why Count Tristan George was killed. Likely he found out about the conspiracy. This is, interesting. Make a deal with the Grandees. Nerdlord in exchange for silence. 50-50. Forget it ever happened, or you gotta bring it. Transparency. Transparency. Alright, Chief Rain.
This is outrageous. I should have known you sniveling grandees were plotting something.
Alright, Count.
Oh no. So this is why my father died. To cover a terrible conspiracy. By blood of the dead, Grandees will suffer from this.
Will they, though?
Now,
You only care for Nerdlord. He clearly is the main offender.
Yes, I believe if this is true, then maybe we should.
Fake news. Yeah, I got a fake news emote you can use.
Hang
His son
the Lord.
can answer for his father's sins.
All right, I'll do the monarch's vote here. I agree. If we can only punish one man for his own crimes and not the whole faction. I think that's acceptable. We can end it by only punishing the guilty. Hang all the conspirators. Holy crap. Wow. Y'all better start voting. That ain't enough.
I think it's over.
I think it is over. 7, 8. Oh, so close. Nerdlord, man. You should. Woo.
Should have not typed in the chat.
Hang all the primary conspirators. Oh, Lord. Several Grandees implicated in the Spy Master's documents
Oh my
are
God,
summarily
if
escorted to the gallows, including Nerdlord and Sean. Wow. Oh, go ahead, Counts. Holy crap, Lord Varish also? Count.
Sorry. Thank you for your Majesty. I'm glad the justice could finally be done.
Wow, that was brutal.
Conspiring against the king. Well, sounds like such a dishonorable thing for them to have done.
Very dishonorable.
This
All right.
really what God's people would do.
Oh, here we go. Keep going. Count.
How is this proof?
How's this for proof?
How is this for proof?
Count Strunk slams a blood-stained battle axe into the council hall's central table, splitting the wood. Hey, that was mahogany wood. Dang, Counts. Violent
I was
Counts.
making a point. This axe is proof that I was telling the truth about Chief Cheesy God's raids.
Uh-oh, he does have proof
This
now.
distinctly northern axe, left behind by one of his warriors.
Oh, to see what the chiefs of the north have to say about that.
That could be anybody's axe. I could buy a dozen like it at the blacksmith down the street.
So now you're accusing me of framing you. You asked for proof, and I got you proof. I demand council act.
Good lord, son.
Everyone's conspiring against our poor counts.
You wanted evidence, and
All right,
Demand a compensation.
let's have them both arrested for being annoying. What do you think? Or station troops along the northern border. Thank you, Magic. Thank you. That's right, Northerners. Thank you, Northern Chiefs. That's right. Keep going. Come on, let's increase the stability of the kingdom. There we go. There we go. We're increasing stability for everybody by stationing troops along the northeastern border to stop it from ever happening again. Alright, what say you, Counts of the East?
You want to put troops along the border. I suppose that could help keep the peace.
Godspeed good. This is a total overreaction. And what do you think will happen with the northern and eastern soldiers guarding the same border? This could lead to civil war.
But despite Chief Cheesy God's misgivings, no major incidents are reported. At least, not at first. Great. Alright, Mom is back. I have found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible woman from each kingdom. Choose wisely. You'll be securing a powerful alliance. And a partner for life to have and to hold, don't forget. True love and all that. I suppose so, but the alliance comes first. Your mother leads you to the Great Hall, where she's arranged 3 portraits on easels. For now, each is covered by a cloth. Alright, let's see these eligible bachelorettes. The first portrait is Mag, firstborn daughter of the Northern Cheesy God clan. Dang, Cheesy God's all up in the politics. She's your typical Northern lass, big, brawny, and honest, in the same way an axe to the face is honest. Even among the Northerners, she's made something of a name for herself as a fearsome warrior. We'll say she nurses a grudge, though. Let's see. See the appeal. Honesty is good. This is Marcella, the eldest daughter of the Eastern Rainfire dynasty. Ooh. Apparently they had a hell of a time getting her to smile for this poor... Ooh. Spends most of her time indoors, poring over musty tomes. The other counts think she's mad because she treats the peasants far too nicely. An introvert, but she's nice. Maybe.
She's a kind soul.
And finally, from the south, Cardosa, the eldest daughter of, Volpe's lineage. She's reputed to have an ego the size of the sun, but there's nothing wrong with confidence, right? She dislikes city life, that's a bonus, and spends most of her time out hunting, with no one but her horse for company. And she's got grand plans by all accounts. She wants to change the world. It's not bad. What do you think? What was that?
She's ambitious and perfect for you. Besides, you can quell some of the civil unrest over that little ordeal that happened by this little marriage.
You already saw what ambitious grandees are capable of and what do they care for.
That's true. Alright, Mom says, what do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance. Let's see. Can't stop the farming.
You need a good wife that will take care of your children.
It's true. Trying to remember what everybody's
You definitely don't want to take blue because they're defiance. Need to keep it low.
their defiance is already low. They're already winning.
Yeah. You're gonna boost it up to one more, and there's one more season, I think.
Yeah, so I need blue higher. Oh, they're still close in the farming. Purple.
Actually, I think purple has it after this season.
Oh, that's right. All right, well, sounds like Cardosa then, of the South. Don't want to anger the ninth god, and at least she's a stalwart. Well, I don't know.
It's perfect.
I don't know.
I've been loyal to you, my
He's gonna murder
liege.
you.
I mean, honestly, you probably want to go with yellow.
Yeah, no, yellow makes the most sense.
Rainfire,
otherwise.
it's your daughter, right?
Yeah, I know.
Summon the
But we
battle
wanna bring
nuns.
their defiance down.
Need to raise a military so we can launch a rebellion. I don't see how else we're going to win.
I mean,
All right.
I'd be happy to call you,
Son-in-law.
yeah. There you
Fine. I'm now the son-in-law of the King of Florida. So, here we go. Mom's gonna make the arrangements. All right, Kokoro,
Excellent choice making.
that's for you, man, because you contributed the most to the building I needed. All right, let's see. End of the season here. Ooh, I can pick something here.
You can swap out one of them, right?
Yeah. Oh. Personal wealth. Let's swap that out for the 15-second one. Little incentive to vote how I need them to vote. All right. Blood money, royal wedding, or oh lord. The North is having it rough. Blood money. Let's see what's going on here. Northern
Better.
Chief.
They're again killing our people, probably.
go.
What's going on? Chief of the North.
Nothing is wrong. Absolutely nothing is wrong in the North.
Okay. Oh, no matter what I do, I win, huh? Things must have changed. Calls for a celebratory glass of wine, or really because you're looking at me like you swallowed a wasp. Yeah, that doesn't sound right. You're looking at me like you swallowed a wasp. They're, Chief of the North.
There's definitely not an old witch who lives at the border of my lands. And I definitely haven't been having money troubles.
Oh. Okay, anything else?
And most importantly, she did not offer me a fortune in exchange for just a drop of my blood. An offer which I absolutely did not accept.
Oh, man. Keep looking at me like I've trod on your foot.
Ever since I didn't accept the witch's bargain, I haven't found myself obeying her every command. I definitely still rule over my estate, not her.
Bitch. Burner.
Furthermore, she didn't forbid me from telling you any of this, and I'm not using negative statements to bypass her magic.
I'm starting to think you mean the opposite of what you say there, Chief.
Nay, your highness, that's not the case.
Yeah, let's fetch the court physician to see if we can lift your curse. After a week confined to a cold iron box with nothing to eat but salt, the magic stops affecting Chief Zoran so strongly. You're welcome. He's even able to talk about his ordeal directly. Oh, what do you have to say?
I always tolerated that bloody witch. She'd sell medicine to the peasants and help them find lost sheep. I never suspected she was capable of something like this. We need to call a vote. Send a regiment to take back my stolen lands.
Ooh. Let's see. Take back Chief Zoran's land and burn the witch at the stake.
I feel like he needs to learn a very valuable lesson. Do not invest the money you don't have.
I don't know. Burning a witch at the stake sounds pretty popular. We're gonna even incentivize people to make the right decision. Burn the witch! It's not a hard one, boys and girls. Don't know what's gonna happen, but we're gonna burn the witch, and I'm gonna make you rich doing it. Yeah, this vote's over. Sorry, Eastern Count Vlad, you should have taken the easy money. How could chat resist an opportunity to burn a witch at the stake anyway? Like that was terrible planning on your part.
That's fair.
I've never seen the odds that high either.
Take back Chief Zoran land and burn the witch. Amen. When the northern troops arrive on Chief Zoran's estate, the land itself fights back. Uh-oh. The soil opens up beneath them. Trees swipe at their horses. Alright. They're quelled, they're happy, but they fight their way through with minimal losses. The witch tries to escape, but she's caught by sentries posted around the perimeter. That evening, the witch is burned in the town square as the peasants watch in silence. Chief Zoran is pathetically grateful for the return of his ancestral home. You are welcome, chiefs of the north. But the fields are never again as bountiful as they were under the witch's reign. Dang. Who had the farming one? Oh, that's... Yeah, they weren't even in competition, so they probably don't care.
Nah, we good.
Alright, well, let's see who died in your kingdom now. Alright. Elderly Chief Marhetta, a cousin many times removed of Chief Magic, died in her sleep last week. She was nearly 90. A better end than most of us get. Indeed, Your Majesty, she stayed home in the north most of the time, enjoying herself. But she could have spent more times on her accounts. She died without a will, and the nobles are scrabbling for her estate. Oh. Chief Magic? Let's see, what do you have to say?
Ooh, that's me. Oh.
Yup.
Chief Margetta was my relative. I wrote to her at least once a year. Of course the estate should be mine.
Ooh, and the Counts of the East? They have a claim too, apparently.
He left.
My late grandfather used to play backgammon with her. She swore she intended to leave it to our family. By the old gods, that's... Oh, sorry.
No, that's Rain, yeah. Chief Rain.
By the old gods, that's a pitiful claim.
Is it though? Yeah, I agree. Claim the estate for the treasury. WTF?
That will really up their defiance.
What, from
Could be,
one?
Good idea.
It could be up to 2 or 3, I don't know.
Ooh, give the estate to Chief Magic. That would be an interesting one too. Everybody wins. Oh, I see. Give it to Magic, give it to Strong, give it to me, or redistribute the estate amongst the northern peasants. I feel like Magic. I'm trying to be a good, honest king here. I feel like Magic has the right claim here. Magic, you have my vote, ma'am. grandees vote to give it to the East. The Eastern counts. There you go. Come on. How did you guys want to give it to... Okay, there we go. There we go. Look at that. Even the grandees have honor. Look at that. Look at that. Wolf, Zara, Varish, Volpe. Even you guys, all of you, honorable nobles. The estate goes to...
Claims had more legitimacy.
Right, goes to family.
I don't know. She had gambling debts.
Then have those debts in paperwork.
Count Strong shakes their head, muttering with their friends about the favoritism in the council. But Chief Magic and the other chiefs are delighted. They even send you and the treasurer a gift basket as a token of their appreciation. Look at that. Woo! Magic's wealth is increased
Holy
to 3,100. No joke. Holy
That
cow, that's
man
right.
can buy a property by himself.
That's right. Don't you forget me at the next vote, Magic. I did that for you. And because it was the right thing to do. But I did it for you, too. I expect a building or something built in my name. Something I need. Your wedding to Cardosa is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. Feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's castle with Cardosa at your side. Do you take your woman as this lawful wedded wife? I do. Then I pronounce you king and wife, king and queen. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast, and after the feast, a dance. At the feast, your new wife, Cardosa, delivers a long, rambling speech that puts everyone to sleep. Oh, man. Wow, everybody's happy with the result. That's crazy. Thank you for the rambling speech, my love. By the time you find yourself alone with Cardosa, it's past midnight, and you've never felt more tired. What a wonderful occasion that was. A shame that tradition demanded and we marry in St. Bertrand's Cathedral. Oh, wait, this is you, Cardosa, my bad. Grandees. Go ahead.
Sure you, the temples down in the south are much grander.
Let's focus on the positives, shall we?
Oh, don't worry. I always make the best of things. It can be tough being as gracious as I am.
Tell me something you're passionate about.
I love to hunt. There's something about having all that power over a terrified animal. Makes me feel big.
Oh, God. Oh, I've married an utter twit. I don't know that I want to say that to my wife. I'm definitely thinking it, so... That's so interesting.
It is, isn't it? Anyways, to continue on the subject.
You gently fall asleep to the sound of Cardosa droning on about herself.
You have sleep aid. Thank you. I can finally go about my day peacefully with her out of the picture.
Okay. End of that season. Time for fall. Uh-oh. The famine begins. All right, counts. Late at night, two counts meet in an ancient stone cemetery to discuss their scheme against the king.
Our grain stores are looking much more impressive than the rest of the kingdoms. Yes. Oh, is Ray here?
No, this is you. Go for it. It's fine.
Okay. Yes, I have had peasants from north moving onto my lands, desperate to sponge off our prosperity. How delightful! But you want summoning this demon difficult. It's magic beyond our usual fare. But what's reality are phew. Walls of the reality are sturdy, but they cannot be weakened. Tide of blood must swallow the kingdom in its wake. Chaos.
All right.
Sorry, I'm getting sleepy.
All good. The counts must lower stability to 4 or less. Yeah, good luck there. At least you're on a stage 2, though.
Yep.
Seeking a simulacrum. Here comes the chiefs of the north. Up in the north, Chief Roy is hosting a grand feast at his clan hall. Okay, chiefs.
You said you had a surprise for me? Aye, and here it is. Behold. Your greatness. What are you doing here at such an hour? I'm sorry. I hope I didn't overhear any. Aha. Quit babbling, you scaredy cat. This isn't the king, it's a peasant who's the king's spitting image. Gods be good, and just in time. The spy master trusts us so much that she's not noticed that we're fortifying the border. That means we can move to the next phase, kidnapping the king and putting this fool in his place. How do we manage that? We need the kingdom in utter chaos, bad enough that the king's abduction can slip past unnoticed.
And so the chiefs need to lower
My
stability.
gosh.
Both of us have the same goal, so.
Yeah.
I'd be persuaded.
Everybody's goal is the stability 4 or less.
Oh god. Oh, good luck, King.
Yeah, sucks.
So far, you've lined my pockets well, and you've trusted in the ninth god.
We are the breadbasket of this country. We're the ones keeping peasants at bay.
Ooh, another border clash, huh?
Oh no.
It's got to be the grandee or the chiefs versus the counting. All right, let's go back from the hunt. Let's see. All right. Oh, my wife here.
Arthur, dearest, I have something for you. It's something I brought back from my latest hunt. A trophy!
Cardosa takes you by the hand and leads you into the great hall, where a white sheet hangs from some statue that wasn't there before. And she pulls the sheet free and it falls to the floor. The taxidermied figure of a great brown bear is revealed, snarling in anger as if ready to attack. Interesting. This will be perfect for instilling some fear into the nobles. This would make a fine gift for one of my nobles. It's scaring off the servants. Get it out of here. That's funny. This makes a fine addition to the council chambers. Your nobles give it a nervous glance every time they enter the room. All right. Let's see what you guys are fighting about now. A new plague? You new northerners, I swear. All right. Counts of the East. Here we go. Counts versus freaking chiefs again. You guys can't get along.
Your troops started it.
No, yours did. They threw stone.
And your soldiers responded with arrows.
Your Majesty, tensions have been simmering on the northeastern border ever since we stationed troops there. Oh dear, and it was all going so well. Last night,
Grandies make for better guards. We don't have these kinds of clashes.
last night, those tensions exploded. I can't work out who started it, but the soldiers attacked each other. The Easterners took heavy losses, while the Northerners are largely unhurt. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We need to stop this from happening again. Ooh, look at that. Have Southern troops guard the border instead. They just volunteered. Offer the guards monthly pay bonuses if they don't kill each other. We ain't doing that. Bombard the soldiers with propaganda. Promoting peace.
I feel like the only option is to bring in the third party, the neutral one.
Vetoed.
No.
Good idea. They would have only brought the problem to us.
That's right. You can have my money, but you can't have my stability. Bombard the soldiers. So which soldiers get military down?
I believe the chiefs.
Oh. Alright, y'all gave away my goddamn money. Guards get monthly pay bonuses, they don't kill each other. You guys are terrible at managing funds. The effect is remarkable. Tensions dissipate at the border as the soldiers start raking in cash for doing nothing. Yeah, we're totally a government now. Some counts' wealth increased, some chiefs' wealth is increased, and the
Did we
treasury
just
took a hit.
introduce corruption?
Yeah, paying for no work. Yep.
Yeah.
Council has guided us right on this one, Your Majesty. Money can't buy happiness, but I guess it can buy peace. A new plague. All right, chiefs. What kind of plague have you brought forth now?
Your Majesty, the North has been struck with plague, and not just any plague, a dancing plague.
Why aren't you dancing then, Chief Roy?
I haven't been infected yet, of course, otherwise I would not be here to risk it spreading to your greatness.
Oh, great.
It affects everyone, even dogs and cats. We don't know how it started, but it's spreading quickly. Whole villages are dancing themselves to death.
If it's a disease, we need to handle it as such.
Right. We need to quarantine the affected villagers so that
I
so that-
genuinely feel
everybody can get 500 gold that agrees.
Compensating us for quarantining. Clever, my king.
That's right. I'll pay for the quarantine.
that's the thing. I think this is just a fake news, fake plague. How bad can dancing be?
If it is a plague and spreads, it's going to affect us all.
How bad is
the only
dancing
reasonable
anyway?
one here.
Dang, y'all screwed the North there. Dancing plague might bring some life to the masses. Why not let it spread? Soon half the kingdom is dancing around the clock as the plague hits other regions, including the capital. Productivity's down, crops are running in the fields, but at least everybody appears to be having a good time. Everybody's farming took a hit. Wow. Yep. That's that. Wait, it said spring, summer. That's right, now fall. Ooh, buildings. All right, let's see a library. Need some library, guys.
We always need more prisons, especially the ones that we pay for.
Need a library.
But farms are wonderful, especially after the disaster that we were just hit by.
Dancing, dancing, dancing.
Y'all know if you do the aqueduct, then the whose is it? Oh wait, you're not on the farms anymore. You've already passed that stage. Yeah. Okay, come tax time, I'm gonna remember who voted for my my library. And that answer right now is pretty easy to figure out.
Yeah, no, definitely see that.
Can't see it now.
Honestly, you can have a library in a prison.
It doesn't look like it, because it's not getting funded, that's for sure. It's okay. Tax time is coming. Also, how are the grandees voting to reduce their faith? That's strange.
Anyone can vote on any of the.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
That's right. So the grandees and the chieftains voted against me. All right. I'll remember that come tax time.
I did not
Lord,
vote
you're-
against that. Lord
Hey?
Varish acted on his own accord and spent all of his fortune. If you look at my fortune, you will see I did not spend on that. My wealth will
Ooh.
remain the same.
I actually can see that.
Yep. You can only trust the counts, my liege.
Man, even after I gave Magic all her money, look at that.
You can clearly see that the counts have
Screwed
the
me.
most.
Yeah, I did. I
No.
did see that. Your marriage to Cardosa has grown strong and steady like an old castle wall. Though it has been a political arrangement, it blossomed into something like love. It is high time you thought about an heir. Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. Yes, I'm very happy, thank you. Mom. Your happiness isn't as important as fulfilling your duty to the kingdom, but I'm glad you found a way to have both. Done well so far, but there's something missing. An heir. You need someone young whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard, or the youngest of your many cousins. Nope. Faithful to my wife, even if her kin are trying to screw the kingdom over. Ah, the traditional method. No one will object to that. I'll arrange for you to take a month off from ruling so you can get down to business. Again, talking about that with your mom is weird.
I find it interesting that the two of you are like getting along and that it's going well. I didn't expect that out of that.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It's because I kept her bear statue and probably instead of trying to give it away. Our crop blight doesn't go unnoticed yet. Well, my library went unattended. How about that, Wolf?
Tolerator.
How you feel about that? See how the dancing fever in the north is going. I hope it screws you over, Chief Roy. Chief Roy stands before you, hopping frantically from one foot to the other as he speaks.
The plague, Your Highness. It's spreading. Why, I think I've been affected myself.
Get him out. Yeah, you think I should do something about it, I assume? No. Get out of here.
Where do you learn those moves?
Get out, Chieftain. Nobody cares, Chief Roy. Leave.
It's a bit too late for that. Your Greatness. Half of the kingdom is infected by now. You need to do something or we'll dance ourselves to death.
Perhaps if we had a library where we could look up a cure.
We just need faith in the 9 gods. They need to pray better. They need to become more faithful. This plague is clearly their own fault from their lack of faith.
Trust the counts. We might be only ones who are able to find the cure.
Or Chief Roy.
Oh, I thought they were reading for me. Okay.
No.
Oh, they were going off script again. I got it. This may look fun, but trust me, it's anything but.
Hire a wizard to sort it out.
You're not a wizard, Harry.
You're definitely not a wizard.
You're too poor to be a wizard, Harry.
Too poor to hire a wizard. Let's see. I don't have a dog in this fight. I lose either way, so.
I value my life, thank you.
Yeah, no. I feel like it's very important to stay alive. My son's not yet ready to take over.
I wanted the quarantine for the record. No one else did.
True. One reasonable person in the entirety of the South. Alright. I guess now we're going to quarantine.
Yeah, because it affects us now.
But it's too late to contain the plague, and everyone knows it. As uncontrollable dancing spreads to every corner of the kingdom, a royal proclamation is issued ordering members of the council to stay indoors at all cost. Trade is struggling. The trade is now poor for the East. See, y'all done screwed yourselves. By the time it has run its course, even the hint of a jaunty tune sends the average peasant into a frenzied panic. Dancing at weddings and other social occasions sees a sharp decline. Except among the nobility who were shielded from the disease. Eventually, having good rhythm becomes a status symbol, and dance-offs are a staple of the upper-class functions. Alright, let's see what they got going on here in Spain. I mean, the South. Let's see. Farmer, you want to play the farmer? Since it's a southern farmer.
Pardon me, Your Majesty, but a terrible blight has been affecting our bean crop in the south.
And what can we do about it?
It breaks my heart, Your Majesty, but we need to abandon the harvest and raise the affected crops. Hopefully that will contain the spread, though it'll mean a hard winter.
Uh-oh.
Don't listen to these ignorant knaves, Your Majesty. They're overreacting as usual. Burning the crops would cause far more famine than it would prevent.
Ooh. Pray to the ninth for a miracle. Interesting. Well, that's been a strategy of my kingdom so far, is praying to God for a miracle.
I feel like the grandees earned their prayers, so they should pray.
All right, then. We'll see. We'll see if you put your money where your mouth is. Raise the blighted bean crops.
Wait, aren't you putting money to our mouths?
I don't know. If
Oh
you...
wait, monarch's vote, never mind.
Whew. Alright, we're going to pray to the ninth for a miracle, to the ninth god. See what he has to say. I will lead the council in prayer. But no miracle comes. Wah, wah. The blight continues to spread at an alarming rate. Soon the whole bean harvest is black, shriveled, and inedible. I tried. Hopefully,
Holy. They went from 7 to 3.
I know. Yeah, crushed them.
Good.
That's what you get for following the false gods, right? Am I right?
Oh, that's clearly the will of the ninth god. The peasants weren't faithful enough. They didn't pray enough. Now they suffer.
Because most of the grandees are trying to screw the king instead of being faithful subjects. Meanwhile, in the east, A pair of counts face each other in silence. A code word is exchanged. They speak of their latest scheme.
What happened? The kingdom was meant to be a whirlpool of chaos by now. It's more whirlpool or of smiles and hugs. No demon will come anywhere near it.
No demon will come anywhere near it by now. That's so good. All right. And meanwhile, up in the north, Chief Roy has gathered his fellow plotters for a hike through the mountains. Let's see what Chief Roy is saying here.
The kingdom's not exactly peaceful, but there's still no way we could stage the abduction of the king without being noticed. We need chaos.
All right. Chief's aim is still to lower stability to 4 or less. Oh, tax time. Man, I remember everybody screwed me. So, I'm going to be wealthy now.
No, wait a minute. I didn't screw you.
Next time he will be able to afford a wizard.
Fine. Fine, you're right. There's one loyal person. I'm not going to condemn all of the grandees, because one.
Vlad has been voting differently too, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I know how Vlad's been voting. I've been paying very close attention. That's why you're on cruel taxes. Eat it. All right, y'all get
to like hope that you didn't notice how he voted just differently.
Oh yeah, very differently, I'll say. Although I do see the money now is a lot different. It used to be pretty steady. I see Vlad's been wasting his money on things the king doesn't need. So, at least that's good to see. Looks like the grandees are moving in. Grandees only got normal taxes because of Vol. Y'all better be grateful. Alright, final season of the year. Saint or sinner, I like that one. Alright, a terrible curse, oh lord. Let's get the bad news out of the way first. Alright, the Count Tristan George II rushes into the council chamber breathless and in disarray. Oh, the grandee steps in. Oh.
You look like you haven't slept for weeks.
That's because I have been plagued under a curse. Look, my hair's falling out in chunks.
Oh, God. Ooh. How to respond here. Interesting. Perhaps you're just ill or old, Count Tristan George II. Let the
It
heretics
was one
suffer.
of my serfs. I saw it in her eyes. She's an evil witch.
Huh. Stability, faith, or wealth. I don't know. They keep making accusations without proof there in the South. But you know what? I don't know how this could go either way. I don't know. Let's see what the nobles pick.
Counts always prefer a scholarly option.
I think your fellow
You know-
counts want you out of the kingdom.
Having a little bit of time to relax wouldn't be terrible.
All right. Having the witch tested. Well, I guess it's a republic now. You get to make some of your own decisions. You arrange for a priestess of the ninth god to question the accused. The church does not look kindly upon witches, particularly if they're cursing a noble for no reason. For several days of burning question and burning of incense. The priestess makes her announcement. The accused is innocent. Things settle down. Holy crap. And Tristan George II eventually admits that some new pomade may be to blame for his hair troubles. I knew it! Defiance is down and farming is up. Holy cow. What happened to the grandees farming? Holy great goodness.
Well,
Everything.
the plague beans.
Oh, yeah. The Stone Maiden in the south. Let's see. Grandees.
Behold, your holiness.
Grandee Lokokoro pulls aside a tarpaulin to reveal a granite statue of Grandee Nerdlord II. The statue is impeccably detailed. Its expression, a frozen grimace?
A sad sight, is it not?
The sculptor is most talented.
Nay, your highness, this is no statue. It seems the Stone Maiden is abroad in the south.
Who is the Stone Maiden?
She is a walking statue with burning yellow eyes. All who meet her gaze are turned to stone. She sleeps for years at a time before walking and terrorizing the kingdom.
Oh, so she's a basilisk.
Or a Gorgon. She must have ambushed Grandee Nerdlord II on his latest vineyard inspection. Please, your majesty, we must do something.
Wow, Nerdlord's family keeps getting wrecked.
That's what
Hire a
you
wizard
get for.
this time.
That's what you get for murdering a count. We curse you. We curse your whole bloodline.
Consult the fairy tales for a solution. What? Who consults fairy tales for a solution? This is hilarious.
I think this is perfect time to employ a wizard.
No, it is not. I just got money back. We're not spending it. I'll let you guys do some other dumb stuff, but consulting the fairy tales.
Please,
for a
let's consult
solution.
fairy tales. If anything else, then please, the
Quick.
fairy tales.
Everybody find a child and ask them their opinion. Ooh, it's close. It's close. Oh. It's a vote tied at 9.
Grandees will remember that it was the chiefs that only wanted to send our abysmal army in for this.
Yep. Blame the Chiefs.
Yeah, I think consulting the fairy tales is much more entertaining at the very least. So let's see.
Please succeed. That would be so good.
I send an expert folklorist from Quail University. According to the legend, the Stone Maiden mourns her long-lost love, the third god. Perhaps she seeks revenge on the ninth god, who drowned her... Oh, we failed. Who drowned her lover? Uh-oh.
It's an interesting theory, but it's hardly helpful.
Unfortunately, your council draws a blank on the best course of action. You can only watch helplessly at what happens next. The Stone Maiden, enraged, stalks the south for weeks on end, turning thousands of peasant into twisting granite figurines. At long last, she retreats to her lair deep underground and falls asleep once more. On the bright side, the grandees now have plenty of oddly realistic statues to sell. Some
Wow.
grandees' wealth has increased. Wow.
I think I made a little bit of money.
And accomplished everybody's scheme all in one fell swoop.
I just want to point out that they just don't have farming.
Yeah, they're about to starve, but hey,
But
they'll
we
be
have
rich.
good trade. We can. Those who, of course, can afford it.
All right. counts of the East here, I guess, are visiting the grandees. Count?
All I'm saying, every grandee claims to have a saint in their ancestry. Your great-great-grandfather was probably common dullard.
Shut your mouth, you hedge-born puzzlewit. His name was Saint Umber, and he defeated the werewolf of Aranjar by turning it to dust in an instant, according to my grandmother.
Bleh. If you're so sure, how about little wager? A bag of gold says your ancestor ain't no saint.
You're on.
Please don't break out into a duel.
Aunt Christine is spreading damnable lies about my great-great-grandfather.
If you really think he's saint, then dig him up. Saints are incorruptible even after death. They don't decay.
Very well. I request the council's permission to exhume my ancestor and prove this fool wrong.
How could this go wrong? All right.
I can't vote against this situation. Like, I feel very compelled in this situation.
Yeah.
We need to know the truth. In truth, there's power.
Yeah. If everybody votes for the body to be exhumed, you get rich. What? How did you vote against yourself?
Vlad just has his own mind, you know. He does.
Yeah. He has a singular mind, that's for sure. All right, body's gonna be exhumed. Let's see what happens.
Ninth, bless you, your majesty. Now where's my shovel?
A few days later, the body is exhumed from its resting place. It failed with a 70% chance? On the southern necropolis, Grandee Volpe is horrified to discover nothing but a moldering skeleton. Comes the Count gloating.
Ha! 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 Some saint. I think you owe me an apology.
Egad, I was so sure.
Word quickly spread of Grandee Volpe's humiliation, and faith in the church weakens as a result. Man, dude, I started so strong in faith, and I've had the highest chances to succeed with faith, but each one keeps failing. Oh, that's the end of this year, it looks like. And everybody's gonna finish their... Everybody's gonna finish their objectives. Okay.
What happens next?
In the east, two counts meet on the outskirts of a barren farm, wind whipping at their long cloaks.
Good news, my friend. Well, bad news, but good for us. Oh yes? For fires, wanton murder, giant spiders. All that and more. Fabric between walls is wearing thin. Time is ripe to summon demon. But which honored guests should we invite?
All right, counts. Time to vote. Wow. This is going to be easy. All right, counts have to lower their own faith.
Agazad will never break through while church has its claws in the hearts of the people. It, if we make kingdom ideal place for his presence, he will sweep through land, leave nothing but grinning corpses. For one of these corpses will simply pick up the crown.
Wow. They just have to basically not raise their faith and they will complete their scheme.
Well, we need to lower it by 2.
Oh, that's right. I was looking at defiance, not faith. All right. All right, grandees. Meanwhile, in the south, the plot to have the king excommunicated is picking up momentum. 2 grandees stand on a balcony overlooking the city of Mariona.
City may look peaceful, but underneath it's nothing but discontent. All across the kingdom, peasants are sharpening their cutlery and barricading their shacks. They know a storm is coming, and who better to blame but the king himself? Exactly. The commoners are afraid, and it's time for them to find their faith.
Ooh, the grandees must raise all religions' faith to a combined total of 10 in 4 seasons. Woo, they already got that.
But we have to wait 4 seasons, I think.
Yeah,
That's my
and
understanding.
yeah, you have to have it there in 4 seasons, so you have to hang on for like 1 year, I guess. You have to have it all above. So yeah, finally 2 people are working against each other. In the north, Chief Roy on the warpath again. Chieftains.
The kingdom's on the brink of chaos. It's perfect. We have to strike. What do you intend us to do? Swoop in and kidnap the king in full view of the palace watch? No, of course not. We need to use the chaos to our own advantage. We have 2 options.
Raise your own defiance or lower your own farming. Manufacturing a food crisis. The only people gonna have any food are about to be the counts. Holy crap. Oh, should be
Oh
easy.
my gosh. The
we-
famine's gonna work to their benefit.
And to think they first complained because they needed more food, so they wanted the machines from the south. If they hadn't have done that, they'd have already be at 0 farming. All right, so they're going to manufacture a food crisis and kidnap the king during relief efforts. Chief Roy?
If the North is gripped with famine, we can convince the king to come and visit us. Kiss babies, hand out bread, that sort of thing. That's when we strike. One king rides north and another king rides home. Huh, but what about our own citizens? Won't they starve? Ah, nonsense. Northerners are hardy folk. We can handle a few months without food.
Ooh, chiefs must lower their farming to 1 or less. Holy cow.
Us grandees have survived.
Let's see how that anonymous voting is beneficial.
It's
Honestly,
harder
you
for
have a pretty
people to
good set.
coordinate.
Well, it's only hidden from the monarch's view, it says.
Oh,
You can just continue with your current laws if you like them.
Yeah, I know. I'll try this one. Nobles vote for their least favorite option. End of year. On the verge of rebellion in the south. food riots, counterfeit currency, and the abomination. Ooh.
Food riots. Ooh, food riots.
Let's do food
Spicy.
riots first. All right, Grandee Wolf.
Your Holiness, the famine in the south grows worse by the day. Riots are breaking out in all the major townships, from Serenade to Calvin. I can't say that.
Calaville.
Calaville. Starving mobs are pillaging bakeries, granaries, and merchant houses. What are we to do?
You keep bringing me your problems.
You're our king. What else are we supposed to do? They are your problems.
Let's see. Import food.
From the east? No, never.
No, from Tavalin and Kurth. Oh, I
Then
see.
the
Order
army.
grain supplies to be diverted from the east. What is the total faith? Lower your own faith. Lower your own farming to 1 or less.
What if we just, sent in the army? They're there for that reason. To protect us rich folk. Clearly.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I have a dog in this fight. I don't know what the army does. Send in the army. It does sound interesting, but I don't know. I think I lose no matter what happens, so. Sending in the army might be interesting. Better hurry up if you want to send in the army. 5, 11, 16, 6, 7. Uh-oh. Oh, that's 18 right there. That's everybody. So close. Say grain supplies diverted from the east. So blue, yeah. So the chiefs, the grandees have screwed over the counts. Count.
How dare you take our goods from us without compensation? We had very valuable trade deal in place. We planned to sell the grain to Saul for steep profit. Now that's fallen through, and I already paid for the cargo space.
Oh, shut up, Blackwit. My people are starving.
Immense quantities of surplus grain are diverted from the east to the south, and once the peasants have bread again, the riots cease. It's enough to tide them over until the next harvest. Farming is now needful. At least they're not starving anymore.
Yeah, look at that. Varish was the one that was trying to lead a rebellion against you, my king.
Yeah, I see that it's halted now because of that. Since they got their,
There's
bread.
only one person calling for rebellion, and it's Nerdlord the Third.
No, it's Lord Varish the Second. Alright, the counterfeit
You might not
currency.
be reading what I'm reading.
I see. The South has been prosperous of late, but my tax collectors are reporting suspicious coins in the latest takings. The whole region is awash with fake money. The council needs to act. Oh, great.
Oh no, wait a minute.
Is this really who you helped with?
Oh, yeah. You know what? We're going to incentivize. We're going to set a bounty on the counterfeiters. Yes. Counterfeiters must be caught. It's not hard. Free money, boys and girls. Tell everyone in the South to examine their coins and returns any duds. Just exacerbating the problem. Remember what happened last time when we did that? That inflation hurt everybody. Guys are going for it again. No free money.
And you wanted to tax us. Look, we want to vote with you on agendas, and you wanted to tax us.
It ain't tax season yet. Everyone in the South examines their coins and return any duds. Let's see what happens.
Well, this was purely accounts in chief.
Could be. Or, I mean, it was, but we'll see. Town criers across the South ring their bells and order townsfolk to beware of forged coins. Unfortunately, the result is a complete loss of trust in the king's coinage. Southern townsfolk barter goods instead, while merchants ask for foreign currencies.
Rebellion's now possible again, I think. Oh no, it has to be above 2.
See what the abomination is doing now. Ooh, it's your, it's you.
Your Majesty, I have something to confess. A terrible mistake. I was desperate to prove that my ancestor, Saint Nuremberg, was a saint after all, so I sought out a witch who lived in a giant snail shell in the desert. I paid her to summon my ancestor's spirit back into his old bones so I could ask him questions about his sainthood, but the ritual went wrong. My ancestor rose as a living skeleton. He killed the witch and ran off into the night.
You fool. Dark magic? Necromancy? I should have you burned at the stake for this abomination. Oh, Lord.
There's nothing wrong with a little bit of witchcraft.
Let them off with a warning, is that what you're saying?
The chiefs do these kinds of... The chiefs and the counts, I'm sure, do things with witches all the time. What difference is this?
Let's throw a little confusion in here. Everybody vote for your least favorite. Nobody wants Grandy. Remember, hey guys, remember, pay attention. This is for your least favorite. You're voting for the least favorite. It's got it right here. Reverse voting. Grandy Volpe should be burned at the stake. That's the least favorite option, huh?
No, please, anything but that. I repent. I repent.
I'll enjoy feeding you to the flames. God, and the South is up in defiance. The next day, a wailing Grandy Volpe is tied to a stake in the main square of the capital. The High Inquisitor takes great pleasure in setting a torch to the kindling. Soon rumors spread of a dead saint in the desert, a wandering skeleton wearing nothing but rags who has attracted a rabble of mad followers. Grand Volpe II has joined the council. Welcome, sir. The dead saint preaches that the modern grandees have fallen from grace. After all, they brought him back with necromancy. What more evidence does he need? His fanatical followers launched surprise raids on southern troops, flaming arrows in the night, throats cut in the barracks, supply lines disrupted, and trade caravans alight. Wow.
Oh my god. Basically anyone can rebel now.
Yeah, no kidding. The Skeleton Saint, as he's become known, will be a thorn in the Grandee's side for many years to come. Alright, it's the end of spring. Guess rebellion report. 2 are on the verge of rebellion. Man, this is a rough run. Oh, my heir. Let's see. Quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. Should I die, I ask that my crown be passed to... my son. The assembled nobles break out into polite applause. By designating an heir, you've cemented the stability of the kingdom. Count.
Your Highness, may I be the first one to congratulate you. Birth of your son. What is his name?
Arthur the Second. Count.
How exquisite, Your Majesty. I'm sure little Arthur will grow up to be a chip of the old block.
Congratulations on finding an heir. Now you just need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from the Spy Master soon. Your Majesty, the acclaimed playwright Montague Crawlforth has written another smash hit. All the theaters in the capital are showing it nightly. The problem is that the new play features a character obviously based on you. Yeah, I don't like where this is going. The character is played by a professional clown named Biffo. At one point, a bucket of custard is upended over his head as he sits on the throne. Your Highness, peasants and nobles alike are watching this play. The theaters are packed. You must put a stop to it. You simply cannot be known as King Biffo. I'll see this for myself. A shocked silence falls in the theater as heralds announce your arrival. You wave from the royal box as the actors stare up at you, clearly horrified. What are you waiting for? Play begins. Soon enough, the Clown King arrives on stage, comedically tripping on his own robes. I somehow found an actor who looks just like you. Endless humiliations are heaped on this honking, squeaking parody. Finally, the play concludes with the custard-drenched king handing his crown to the deserving hero. How do you react? Climb onto the stage. The actors shrink away from you. The audience are deadly silent. Everyone's terrified of what you'll do next. The audience breaks out into relieved cheers as the actors bow before you, weeping from gratitude. After that, the whole capital can talk about nothing but your good humor and mercy. Ooh. An angry mob. One morning, as you make your way to the council hall, a mob of furious peasants surround your carriage. They pelt the windows with rotten fruit and loudly blame you for everything wrong with the kingdom. Down with the king! Screw it. Willem Tomato splats your forehead. You duck back into the carriage and wait for the soldiers to quell the riot. The soldiers have difficulties, however. Protect the king! Protect that. His words are cut off as he is dragged from his horse and beaten into a fine paste. The growing mob surrounds your stagecoach and begin rocking it back and forth. Finally, the riders break into the coach and drag you out into the street. They steal your jewels, pelt you with dung, and leave you to wander back to the palace. Alone and humiliated. Wow, Counts of the East.
This is outrage, Your Majesty. First riots and looting in capital, now attacks upon your royal person.
Our realm is on the verge of collapse. People are afraid. The rule of law has broken down. The peasants are demanding higher wages and more rights. Counts, what say you?
Yes, but obviously we can't allow that. So what do we do?
Count up all the rioters and hang them. I'm gonna take this one off the table. Y'all can vote over the rest. Yeah, we didn't have any bodyguards. This will be interesting. I don't know. Well, the authority one's not gonna pass. Unless he gets
You
lucky, I
can't
guess.
possibly let them just get away with treating the king like that. What would they do to us?
Well, martial law has been declared. My troops will handle this, Your Majesty. Your soldiers move into action across the kingdom, clearing streets and declaring curfews. The main trade routes are barricaded and all movement is suspended. The nobles don't appreciate this curtailing of their freedoms, of course. They rant and rave and declare you a tyrant, but the kingdom is at the edge of the abyss. What else will pull us back from the brink? That's it for this year, or this season. Alright, auction time. Let's see. F? Yeah. F? I need a monument. For the people. F. Dang, everything else lowers. C, E, and F, guys. C, E, or F. Preferably F, but I don't really think any of this is going to help. Or hurt, per se. Dang, someone really wants to hurt the freaking Chiefs. Oh, the Chiefs want to hurt the Chiefs. I see. Ooh, someone wants to crush it with the observatory. Whoever that was for F, thank you. You tried. Man, it looks like taxes are going to have to go up this year. It's unfortunate.
If you make it to tax season.
Yeah, it's true.
Dumped it all into the monument. It had a chance.
Ooh, cathedral in the deer park. That was close. A call for apprentices. Let's see what happens here. Counts. You want apprentices?
Grim tidings, Your Majesty. A meddling wizard has set up a shop in Chinsk. I believe it's Athmorel, a Stormbringer.
Tell me more about Ethmorel.
She puts out a call for new apprentices, which is a rare event. This is once in a lifetime opportunity for many. Droves of unwashed, glory-seeking lowborn from all over the east are lining up for their chance.
Oh, and apparently the Chiefs have something to say about this?
Not just peasants. I, Magic, have also decided to apply. The competition will be fierce, but those common folk are no match. I will be the most powerful noble this council has ever seen.
You couldn't put your clothes on if it wasn't for your servants' help. We cannot let this go ahead. To have a potential wizard on council would present a clear and dangerous conflict of interest.
How is this a conflict of interest?
Wizards answer only to themselves. Their power is unmatched, such that the entire kingdom cannot stand against them. Even an apprentice on council would be disastrous. Chief Magic could use magic to interfere with votes, or you, for that matter.
Then we shall assemble the council.
I'd like to point out that my predecessor was burned at the stake for paying a witch to do something, and now we're talking about nobles trying out for wizardry?
This is preposterous. We cannot allow this kind of heresy.
Okay. Ooh, magic. Requires she forfeits her noble title in order to become an apprentice.
Let's go. Look at the treasury.
Who wants to make magic lose all the money she made? Ooh.
I mean,
Hi,
if the
hello?
king wanted to pay a tithe to the grandees, I suppose we could forgive and bury old hatchets.
Nah, I'll just incentivize everybody for stripping magic of her voting rights and noble title. Allow magic to... Of course magic votes too. Alright, guys, you want to strip magic of all the money she made, or what?
This
Come
would
on.
be so funny to do it. Come on.
All you need's one more. One more to make it happen. Uh-oh! Magic gonna make some bank now! Wow. Voting is closed. Magic has been allowed to become Athmarel's apprentice. Uh-oh. The Count's got something to say about this.
By the blood of the dead, how will she keep up with her noble duties if she's spending all her time in East with this wizard? And what if, ninth preserve us, she actually passes apprenticeship? There's never been a wizard in council before.
Just have to cross that bridge when we come to it, Chief Magic. Chief. You've nothing to fear from me, your greatness. I'll always have the kingdom's interest at heart, even as a wizard. Yeah, right. Chief Magic sets off immediately on her journey to the east. Athmarel's presence in Chensk attracts all sorts of visitors, though the power of her latent magic starts to wilt crops for miles around. All right, let's see. Losing trust. In the south, let's see. Your Majesty, the common folk of the south still don't trust our coins. They've gone back to bartering with chickens and bushels of wheat. If we don't do something to win back their trust soon, their economy will implode completely. Let's see what to do. Oh, none of this really seems good, actually. Well, what we won't be doing is spending anything of the treasury on it, so go ahead and vote. I don't know. I think this is bad all
I feel
around.
like this is perfect time to do nothing.
Well, the farming goes up if you do nothing in the south. All right, nothing to be done. Poor Southerners. Southern economy doesn't completely implode. In fact, their farms are more bountiful than ever. But commoners are locked out from trade with the rest of the kingdom. All right, last seasonal event. Ambition. As the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be the greatest king who ever lived. But so far, you've done a dismal job of it. You have no authority, Your Majesty. Your current ambition isn't working out for you. If you want to stop the nobles from overthrowing you, you need to pivot, change your image. My advice would be to infiltrate each region with loyal spies, defeat their schemes with schemes of our own. But your advisors have other ideas. The common folk are a sleeping giant that even the nobles are afraid to wake. You become beloved by the peasants, the nobles won't dare overthrow you for fear of a revolution. Here's another idea. Declare war on the Ashmedian Empire. The nobles will forget their schemes. If you win. Don't listen to the rest of these fools. Have you heard of the Scepter of Sages? It's a lost artifact, forged by Queen Alma the Wise. It's a legend that any king who recovers it will rule over a golden age. Let's declare war on the Ashmedian Empire. Crusade time. A wise decision, Your Majesty. Already taken the liberty of contacting the Ashmedian ambassador. Greetings, Your Grace. I am here to discuss the terms of our upcoming war. Negotiating the Empire's surrender, I hope. No. The Ashmedian Empire is far larger than your kingdom. And you wonder why we never squashed you like a bug? It's because we're divided by internal conflicts. It may seem that the Empire is ruled by its emperor. In reality, Ashmead is ruled by its generals who battle endlessly for control of the capital. So why are you here? I am representing General Thalakanth, whose lands are safely distant from the border. If you were to invade, all we ask is that you send us your signal. We'll launch a civil war, taking advantage of the chaos to bump off some of our own rivals. You Ashmedians and your infighting make me sick. Or is it a bold plan? What do you think, nobles?
It's a bold plan.
They're basically helping you invade their country. I mean, why not?
It's bold, edgy, let's crusade. Do it. Do it. All
If we
right.
are choosing to profit off a war, then I guess we shall
It's
spread
a
our
ho-
faith and
I
be paid
mean-
well for it, I hope.
It's a holy war for you, right? So all is fair.
Haha, okay. All right, then let's do it. A bold plan it is. I will leave you to think on my words. We take advantage of the Ashmedian Empire's internal divisions, we may actually have a chance. If you beat our oldest enemies, that would shut up the nobles for good. But winning still won't be easy. Your priority is to raise the kingdom's overall farming and military as much as you can. And of course, there can't be open rebellion among the nobles. Oops. Let's see. Guess that's the end of the autumn. Here comes winter. It's tax season. All right, all of you guys get a tax cut just like you wanted. Hey, Hellfire. Thank you for the sub, sir. Hope you're doing all right. Man, every single one of the counts is in the top top richest nobles. They really demolished blue, the chiefs. And they did even push out a few of the grandees.
Because we failed to actually build anything, and they've dumped all their money into buildings.
Actually, you know what? Cruel tax for you blue guys trying to work against me. The chiefs.
Yeah,
What a
you have your
wonderful
alert
tithe.
turned off?
No, it was just delayed. It showed.
We should just rename them to Cheaps instead of Chiefs.
Yeah, Magic. How about some love? I'm the one that made you rich. Thank you very much. All right. Next season. Industries collapsing here in the South. Let's see. Mass unemployment and unrest have arisen in the South, Your Majesty. Businesses going bankrupt, mills shutting down. People are calling it a Great Depression because it's making everyone miserable.
One sec. I'm gonna need the room code again because I was kicked out of that.
EHCJ. EHCJ. My money! Yeah, I know. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, it put me on a different team now.
Oh, it's alright.
That's
Yes!
unfortunate.
Oh, you can keep reading for yourself. Why not? Keep reading for the grandees.
Yes, my investments have all gone up in smoke, and it's the same for all other grandees. We must find a way to lift the South out of poverty.
Tell the peasants to stop buying so much. Mass unemployment, easy fix. Turn them into soldiers. Get rich. Lord have mercy. All right. Conscripting soldiers, apparently. Begin the process of mass conscription, forcing unemployed peasants, southern peasants, to be productive by shoving longbows into their hands and telling them to practice hitting sacks of straw at 50 paces. The southern army swells in size, but the economy is still in shambles, and the grandees grumble that their investments are losing value by the day. Let's see. Ambition. Relevance. We'll do losing relevance first. This morning you'll be cutting the ribbon on the new library. I wish there was a library. Then giving speech at the gardening festival. Prepared some inoffensive jokes about flowers for you. Isn't there a council meeting today? Why, yes, Your Majesty, but the nobles told me you weren't attending council meetings anymore. I said you were happy to let them decide the matters of state. I'll have their heads on spikes. Oh dear, quick, let's head to the council hall. We might catch them before the session ends. Count Oh, yeah. Count? Speak up. What is the meaning of this?
Majesty, forgive me for bowing. We didn't expect you to see you here.
What is the meaning of this, Counts?
Don't take offense, Your Grace. We thought you would be relieved.
And what gave you that impression, Count?
Sorry, something came up. I need to go.
All right, man. Thanks for playing. Have a good night.
By the blood of the dead, your majesty, anyone can see that you're not fit to rule. Let us take care of things from now on. What would be so bad?
Ooh. Gonna let him off with a stern warning. Doesn't get much better than that, of course. Next council session, you walk into the hall and discover the nobles have begun discussing the day's affairs without you. You don't object, you just sit quietly on your throne and wait for them to notice your arrival.
Yeah, so I'm perfect counts now.
What's that?
It put me on the counts.
Okay. You can read for them if you want, and Rain can do the... Well, he'll stay with the chiefs, I guess. For the last few months, your marshal has been crisscrossing the kingdom, drumming up troops in preparation for your first strike against the Ashmedian Empire. Today, alas, she's returned and brought one of the counts with her. Your Majesty, the nobles are proving reluctant to commit their soldiers to your cause. They've sent a delegation to speak with you. Oh, it's the counts, huh? Counts? Count Volpe?
Your Majesty, of course. Will you all support the war with the accursed dogs of the Ashimed? Of course we do, but more patriotic than anyone. But we're concerned about the harvest. Your marshal is telling us to raise all our able-bodied levies. If we do that, who's going to gather the crops? The kingdom could starve.
We wouldn't want that. Just damn cowardice if you ask me, Your Majesty, but all the nobles are echoing this nonsense. The fools are worried about going hungry for a few years. Till we can persuade them the kingdom will survive, they won't commit their full forces to our banner. Assure the Count that the kingdom can survive a few bad harvests.
It's blood of the dead, Your Highness. You're right. The kingdom can survive a few hungry winters. That's what it means teaching those Ashmedian bastards a lesson.
That's the spirit. I trust we have the backing of the counts in starting this war, then?
Yes, Your Majesty. Let's do this.
One by one, your marshal approaches the nobles of your council, seeking their approval for the launch of a war against Ashmead. Oh, chiefs of the north!
Aye, your majesty, the chiefs never back down from a fight. You have our access.
The grandees?
I don't think anyone's reading for the grand.
The grandees will welcome the chance to teach those godless Ashmedian heathens a thing or two about the wrath of the ninth god. The nobles are united behind the idea of the war on Ashmead. Huzzah! Let's go to war! I like the enthusiasm, but it's been a long time since the kingdom mobilized so much of its army. We need to ensure they're up to the task. I'll assemble the troops at once. Farewell, Your Majesty. When your marshal returns to the capital a month later, she is at the head of an army. The soldiers set up camp right outside the city walls, the armor gleaming crimson in the light of dawn. Inspecting the troops, the camp stretches for miles outside the city wall. The ground has been churned to mud under tens of thousands of boots. As you approach, you are greeted by an awesome sight. Rank upon rank of hard-faced footmen holding swords aloft. Knights on horseback, their plate mail glinting. Archers and crossbowmen training furiously, hitting target after target. Beautiful, ain't it? Let's bring Ashmead to its needs. Blood! Blood for the ninth god! Your soldiers let out a full-throated roar. For the kingdom! For the king! The army is a vast, stinking, hungry monster that swallows up the landscape as it marches south. When you arrive at the border, your soldiers spill across like a flood, sweeping away the surprised Ashmead sentries in their path. To tell the truth, you don't see much of the fighting. Your job is to just give inspirational speeches before the battle. wave a sword around, then duck back into your tent. Despite that, or perhaps because of it, your first Ashmedian campaign is a huge success. By the time you return to the capital for winter, you've conquered almost 100 miles of territory along the border. As the city gates swing open, you're greeted by a rush of joyous sound. Clapping, cheering, peasants throwing roses at your carriage. Trailing behind you, of course, is also a retinue of wounded soldiers nursing deep-seated trauma and grieving their lost comrades. The peasants largely ignore them. All hail the king, the conquering hero. Pull out a sword and give it a waggle. Several peasants swoon in delight. When you return to the palace, your wife is waiting for you, your heir Arthur II in her arms. My darling, you're finally back. I've been breathlessly following the tales of your conquest. We have so much to talk about. Little Arthur II has been growing up so fast in your absence. Sorry, dear, but the council has requested a meeting. Oh, of course. Well, hurry back, my love. As you step back into the council's presence for the first time in many months, the nobles all look up at you with trepidation. Chiefs.
Welcome back, Your Highness. Let me be the first to congratulate you on our victory.
No, we can get back to the business of ruling. There are many votes that need your attention.
You forget there's a war on?
But what about democracy? The Constitution?
Did the king misspeak? We may have won a victory, but Ashmead will strike back, and strike back hard. We don't have time for votes. We need to prepare, and if you squabbling bastards don't unite behind the king right away, you'll wake up next year with Ashmedian soldiers in your bedchambers. Do I make myself clear?
Crystal.
So this is what it takes to stop you scheming against me.
Aye, Your Highness, if there's one thing we hate more than you, it's those dirty Ashmedian dogs.
It's the Ashmedian Empire.
After that, the nobles never defy you again. But it's not like your life gets easier. Your Majesty, I hate to interrupt your meeting, but I just received word the Ashmedian Empire is marching on our newly conquered territories. They're sending 30 regiments. We need to mobilize immediately. With a sigh, you head back to the palace to say goodbye to your wife. Here we go again. Oh, I won. Rushing to complete the scheme, the counts attempted their blood ritual too early. The summoned demon escaped their control and slaughtered dozens, including Lorelei and Count Rainfire. In a sun-dappled vineyard, Torquato and Grandi Zara open a bottle of their finest vintage. Their schemes had amounted to nothing, but there's always next time. All that remained of the chief's attempt to usurp the crown was a prisoner, deep under the palace, clad in an iron mask and shrouded in rumor. King Arthur's reign spanned another 15 glorious years, mostly spent fighting in foreign fields. He conquered land from Tavalin and Ashmead, lost it, campaigned to get it back. By the time the old warrior died, he was battle-scarred and celebrated as a hero, but most of all, he was tired.
Congratulations on your win.
Ooh, wealthiest noble was Chris Tony, followed by Rose.
That was the forest.
Forrest was Rose. kingdom. Stats. Oh, yeah.
It's funny how the military in the beginning ended up working against the factions there.
Yeah. As soon as I saw you guys ignoring it, I knew. As soon as you all got that triple down on stability, I knew exactly what I was going for. And farming, honestly, was just a boon because the Chiefs had no farming, but the Counts and the Grandees already had a decent farm. Oh, the Counts were like at 10, I think, at the time. So that was a huge score. That was just a perfect timing on that option. So